A Thai Navy panel is expected to recommend using Chinese-made engine instead of German technology for an attacked submarine Thailand is planning to buy from China. Anisa de Guzman tells us more.
The exact delivery period of Thailand's first attack submarine purchase from China remains unsettled amid issues of engine replacement and certification. In 2017, the Royal Thai Navy signed a $402 million deal for the UN-class S-26T submarine with China. The submarine was scheduled to be delivered to Thailand this September, but the COVID-19 pandemic and engine issues concerning the submarine postponed the delivery to April of next year. The future of the project became uncertain after Germany last year refused to sell the critical engine to China as a result of the European Union arms embargo imposed on Beijing in 1989 after the Tiananmen Square massacre. To address the issue, China proposed to replace German technology with a Chinese-made engine. After months of rejecting proposals, Thailand finally considered the Chinese-made engine as long as it will meet 3 critical conditions imposed by the Navy. Plans to procure a Chinese-made engine still need certification from the Chinese Defense Ministry. Di siya Anisa de Guzman, Drangan Chakuntep Mahanakon, SMN News, Pratathay, Sawadika.
With Ukraine running out of ammunition, as said by President Biden, Kiev will further resort to using cluster munitions that will be provided by the United States. But the Prime Minister of Cambodia has asked both countries not to use such weapons, reminding them of the painful experience of his country that risked the lives of Cambodians up to this day. Sandy Abuela reports.
The world has been reminded of the pain that Cambodia went through from cluster munitions dropped by the United States here in the country 50 years ago, with Prime Minister Hun Sen calling on America to provide such weapons and for Ukraine not to use them, as it will have serious consequences for the civilian population of Ukraine for decades. Prime Minister Hun Sen on his Twitter account said he was alarmed after reading reports that America would supply cluster munitions to help Ukraine in its fight against Russia. In his Twitter post, Hun Sen said, and quote, "If this is true, it could be the greatest danger to the Ukrainian people for decades or even hundreds of years if the cluster munitions were used in Russian-occupied territory." According to the Cambodian Prime Minister, the painful experience of his country, which was banned by the United States in the early 1970s and its repercussion endured for more than 5 decades, has not been completely eradicated. And that quote, "I know for sure that Cambodia is small and weak, but out of compassion for the people of Ukraine, I call on the President of the United States, the donors, and the President of Ukraine, the recipient, to refrain from using cluster munitions in this war, because the real victims are the Ukrainian people." End of quote. One netizen commented on the Prime Minister's post, saying that most media outlets never mentioned that Russia has also been using cluster munitions since the first day of the conflict. To this, Prime Minister Hun Sen replied, quote, "If Russia is wrong, we should not do as Russia does, because the victims will be the people of Ukraine." End of quote. Cambodia's painful memory of the past refers to the time that America dropped bombs in an attempt to hit communist bases in the 60s and 70s. And following the 3-decade-long civil war which ended in 1998, Cambodia is among the countries worst affected by landmines, explosive remnants of war, or ERW, and cluster munitions. The effects of the bombing campaign launched by the United States and minefields left from the conflict have been felt by the Cambodians. The Cambodian Mine Action Victim Assistance Authorities, or CMAA's, latest reports show that from 1979 to April 2023, landmine, ERW, and cluster bomb explosions claimed 19,819 human lives and either injured or amputated 45,198 others in Cambodia. Reports citing Heng Ratana, Director General of Cambodian Mine Action Center, or CMAC, said that there are over 30 million cluster munitions deployed in Cambodia during the Cold War, as well as Vietnam and Laos. Cambodia is still removing hundreds of thousands of explosive remnants of war, with the government promising to clear all mines and unexploded ordnance by the year 2025. Some 700 square kilometers of Cambodia's territory still have remnants of the cluster munition, and these weapons are difficult to locate and remove, as it is one of the most challenging in Cambodia's post-war recovery efforts. Rika Prichinampen Sandi Abuela, SMNI News, Cambodia.